Cash collections were at 93%, the benchmark at greater than 98%, and our days of cash on hand, 26 days with a benchmark of 45.
So the 26 days,
Mhm.
are we at the point now where we have bills we're not paying because we're waiting to pay them?
Yes.
We're behind on, yes.
Yes.
Yes. There's no way to sweeten that up, sorry.
Well, listen what those are
Well, you know, since
and what the impact will be, like the tax situation from last year. There was a
Well,
penalty associated with that.
our payroll taxes are current, we've been keeping them current for a couple of months now, thank goodness. But of course, that's why we've depleted some of our cash, because that's where it's going. Some of our vendors, you know, we're getting calls, and we just, some of our vendors, we've been able to make arrangements. There's a couple of them that have wanted a lump sum payment, $29,000, $30,000 for something. We've been asking if we could do payments throughout the year, which so some of them have been letting us do that. But then others, yeah, we're a little bit behind, and they call us quite frequently.
Something I think you'll see next month, we're working on it right now, is a schedule of where we are with our payments for the programs that we're involved in.
Right.
You know, 11, 15, which means we use, there's no more dollars there, but there's also dollars that are expected from
The district, are you trying
no,
to?
no, I'm not talking about the 500,000 from the low volume, Medicare low volume.
Oh, yeah.
Medicare low volume. So you'll see that next month. We didn't have it for this meeting, because that's, you know, a significant amount of our cash crunch has to do with the fact that we're not being paid on a timely basis from the government programs.
Right.
And,
How much of our budget is government programs that
well,
can be delayed?
Quite a bit.
yeah, a lot, whenever you look at
Counted
that.
on a lot of payments for
Yeah.
things before we really knew we had them.
And some of this is probably based on, we were expecting more admins too, right?
No, I don't really think that's it at all, because
Most every
our
month.
total revenue is above where we budgeted.
It is.
Yeah, so we're, you know, from a total revenue standpoint, we're in good shape, or, you know, we're above budget. Contractuals always get us, and our contractuals, and what happens to you on a contractual basis is whenever you move from inpatient revenue to outpatient revenue, you're picking up greater contractuals, because contractuals are greater on outpatient than they are on inpatient, as a percentage. So that's, you know, that has something to do with that. But you know, our 1115 program, you know, the government's behind. You know, we've got a payment that's projected, but they've already reduced what we expected to get, and are delaying that till September. So, you know, they're a year behind.
Right.
They're a year behind in that. The Medicare low volume, you know, we think there's some dollars there. We'll bring that to you next month, because kind of what we're, just go ahead and tell you kind of what we're thinking about, is at some point in time, you know, we may have to take a short-term loan to be able to meet our expenses and repay that from government dollars when we get them. And we're trying to do that work for you. That's why we kind of give you a little look ahead as to what we're thinking on that.
Well, as long as we're talking about it, I would like to point out that if we had known just how low we were on money and having to set bills back, it might have been a lot easier to set a different tax rate last year.
Well, yeah, but y'all got real close to the rollback rate.
Yeah,
last
we
year.
only had a little bit of room beyond what we did.
Yeah. I think, you know, just my opinion, you didn't ask, but I'll give it to you, but you know, I think where we made our mistake was on the initial tax rate.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we budgeted, what it was, 10 or 10 and a half cents. Whenever we had a 17-cent tax rate kind of approved, if we had done that, that would have given us a little bit of reserve. We could have then hopefully reduced the tax rate. But you know, that's hindsight, it doesn't matter. But now we are in a pickle because of the rollback rate.
And because we're losing so much of our federal funding.
We really put our federal
And I
funding.
think it even goes to counting on money as part of our income that we really didn't have
Yeah.
an idea of how much it was really going to be.
Yeah, because one of the programs that we lost after we prepared our budget was the UPO program, the program we had with Baylor, where they paid for our our ER,
Radiologist.
yeah, radiologist,
Senior care.
senior care psychologist or psychiatrist, the MRI, that's $350,000. That just went away. So, it's functional what's going on, not with us, but with all of healthcare, and it's particularly a problem for smaller hospitals. Just don't, we have that have little to no reserves. So. Anyway, that's you're going to be hearing more and more from us about.
That's what the finance committee needs to hear.
Yeah, that's right. So.
It's true.
So anyway, that's it's not. I mean, from a for smaller hospitals, it's a tough road. It's a tough road to hope, because you're depending on, and we're not critical access. We're critical access. It's cost reimbursement, but we're not critical access because of our proximity to Lake Render. Like critical access, you get paid on cost reimbursement. It's like the old Medicare days where whatever you spend, you get reimbursed for. And that's primarily a program for rural hospitals that are low volume. I didn't take over your meeting.
No, you're fine.
But it's interesting to talk about, because it's something that we talk about, nearly daily, certainly weekly.
Sure.